Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat YouTube, and I think it's just YouTube for our WWE Crown Jewel 2022 preview. As me and my good brother here, we're gonna break down the card for this Saturday's event from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and we'll discuss if the show will even happen based on the latest report from the Wall Street Journal. I am here with the face and the ace of the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, Mr. Romeo Anthony Cologne.
Up SP3, what's up, chat? How's everybody doing this beautiful Wednesday afternoon? This show on Saturday, I think it's mostly a predictable card, but I think there's enough on there to be a good show.
Well, I mean, the first prediction that we have to even go through is if the show is going to happen for sure without a hitch. But we want to hear from all of you. Of course, True Hill Heat YouTube channel. We're always interactive, especially with our live streams here. So we want to hear from all of you with your predictions for the Crown Jewel 2022 show. Give us what you think, who you think is going to win each and every match, what type of surprises we are going to see. We're going to break down the card, which has about, I believe, 7 matches plus an appearance by the one and only Bray Wyatt. So we want to hear from all of you in the live chat as well as the comment section down below. If you're watching us on demand, let us know what you think about the card. What are you looking forward to for this Saturday's card? Let us know in the comments and in the live chat. And of course, the best way to show your appreciation is the simplest way. It's the free way. Drop the thumbs up on this video. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. And if you can give a little bit more and you're feeling generous, a super chat donation is the best way to show your support for these live streams. If you want more content like this, more previews of the upcoming shows, that is the best way with a super chat donation. And it makes sure we highlight your comment on screen. We will try to highlight as many of the comments that we got in the live chat here, but super chat donation is the best way. We got Brett Thomas, the #1 Logan Paul fan, saying the title is offensive to me. I told you Logan is winning. I hope you're able to keep showing up after this Saturday, Brett. Even though
I hope you're there for the review.
Yes. I hope you're there for the review on Sunday, because we would love to hear you after Crown Jewel. We got Chris who says Damage Control all could leave Crown Jewel as champion. Boy, do they need it. We also got.
They also could have went into Crown Jewel with 2/3 of the goal. They also could have done that.
They could have done that. Like, don't get me started on I am the #1 Damage Control stan and the #1 critic of Triple H booking, because it seems like nobody wants to take to the point that the two things that everybody said Triple H was great at, the women's division and the tag team division, 3 months in, 100 days in, moving on. We got ALW here with us saying True Hill Heat chat fam, yo. We got DJ Eric here with us as well. Ace is here saying what's up, SP3 and Romeo. I hope Crown Jewel this Saturday don't put me to sleep. I think it won't. There's going to be plenty of great action on the card. And we also got John Elite with the best way to transition into the start of our preview here is there even a backup plan in case it happens? The reason that he's asking that, Romeo, is the Wall Street Journal released a report yesterday basically saying that Saudi Arabia has informed the United States that there has been a warning. Well, the U.S. has sent a warning to Saudi Arabia that there's been a warning of attack from Iran to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where WWE Crown Jewel this Saturday will take place from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. PW Insider came out with a further report after speaking to those within WWE who have said that they have an emergency plan, a contingency plan in case of anything going on. They have extra security personnel as well on site for Crown Jewel, but I don't know. Just them that being the consolation that they have more security and not hearing a backup plan of we have this arena somewhere else or the performance center to do this show is very worrying. less than what we're 70, no, not 72, 96 hours away from Crown Jewel. What do you think, Romeo?
It's very disturbing news to hear, especially if you're a performer going to Saudi Arabia, knowing that there's a imminent, I believe the word was imminent,
Yes.
imminent threat of attack, and you just so happen to be in a stadium full of people, prime target, a large crowd. They could say all they want about security and the measures they've taken, but I wouldn't feel comfortable. I wouldn't feel safe. I don't. I still think they'll go on with the show. The only way I think a possibility that they don't is if there's attack before the show even happens. Like, how could you go on with a show if there's an attack or anything like that? As far as like a backup plan, like what would a show in front of nobody in Saudi Arabia with no fans, nobody in attendance? I don't know.
I mean,
very weird.
Yeah, we already seen some from like some of the people's social media that there's already talent out there. So they didn't delay them arriving in Saudi Arabia, so we know that talent is out there. So I mean, it's a very shaky proposition, and it's very reminiscent to me of what went down 3 years ago, and just hearing the WWE's kind of emergency plan in case of the attack has me even more worried. It doesn't bring me any type of like, oh, this makes me feel better. No, their plan does not make me feel better about this actually going down. One, and two, about the people, the performers there, and more especially the fans there getting home safely.
Well, you know what you secretly call these events, right? You haven't
Sweet
forgotten.
naughty money. Yes.
Well, no better case than this right here. No better case. So SmackDown's taped, correct? It was taped on Monday or last Friday?
It was taped last Friday.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, we got Negro Buck who says the situation is definitely worrying, to say the least. Yes, I would say so. We also got Frantic World who says, I've been busy working, but this WWE news is crazy. This is what, like, I literally had to write an article for Wrestle Talk yesterday about this, and I had to quote the Wall Street Journal. One, I don't think I would ever about, like, what's going on, because there's already was an attack on a place that Iran said they were going to attack in September. That was in the report. So this is not something like,
so they don't bluff.
Yeah, this is not something like okay, they said they were going to do this in September and then they didn't do it. So maybe it's going to be the same thing here. No, they literally warned you in September. I don't think it was in Saudi Arabia. I think it was in another country, but it was Iran, the same one that is saying that they're going to attack Saudi Arabia. They said that in September. They did that in September. That's why this should be taken a little bit more seriously on WWE's part. I think the US, Saudi Arabia are doing what they need to do as far as, having precautions. They have Saudi Arabia on high alert after this threat of attack. But hearing that report from PW Insider, I was just like, so there is no plan. That's how I read it. So there is no plan. Cool.
Like, as soon as everyone is done with their match on Saturday, they should just go straight to the plane, and the plane should take off as soon as the last Roman and Logan Paul are on there. Get the hell out of there.
They're gonna push up the car until we're gonna start the car at 10 a.m. We started an hour earlier just in case. We gotta get.
You can't get out of there fast enough.
The hell out of here. We'll talk definitely more about this throughout this preview, as well as throughout the week on all of our watch-alongs. A quick reminder, True Hill Heat, our flagship podcast, usually Saturday 11:05 a.m. Eastern time, has been preempted this week to next week, November 12th. So that will be the date of the big True Hill Heat 200 episode. I don't know if Romeo will be there. We've been discussing True Hill Heat 200 for a while. I hope he will be there. We will have the watch along for Crown Jewel with the preview, the kickoff show starting at 11 a.m., but the main show starting at 12 p.m. So maybe we'll start earlier, but definitely we'll be here live 12 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. So let's get into the show here, Romeo, and let's talk about not a match, but the latest kind of addition, or one of the later additions to the Crown Jewel card. It was announced on Monday Night Raw this week that Bray Wyatt will make an appearance at WWE Crown Jewel this Saturday. What do you think is going to happen here? And do you think it's going to be worthy of being on this premium live event?
More Uncle Howdy teasing that storyline going on, but yeah, put it on the card. You know, it's one of the more interesting things going on in WWE right now. So why not add a little more to intrigue the viewer for Saturday? Why not mix things up?
I think we're gonna get Uncle Howdy in front of the fans. We're gonna have Uncle Howdy go face to face with Bray Wyatt. That seems like something that is a little bit of a progression. If we're getting what we've been getting the last couple of weeks on SmackDown at Crown Jewel, I would be one of the people that would be like, that wasn't worthy of being on the show. But if we can basically get the confirmation, because a lot of people are alluding, there's a lot of, rumors and innuendo among fans of Uncle Howdy being just another version, another alter ego of Bray Wyatt. There's other people who think he's like Bo Dallas, who think he's Barry Windham, who think he's just a member of the Wyatt Six. But if we can get confirmation that definitely Uncle Howdy is not Bray Wyatt on the show, that would feel worthy of being on a premium live event.
Yeah, I agree with all that. And that sounds about right. I think that's what we're going to get. Yeah.
Yeah, just have them go face to face. We don't need a promo or everything. Just do the usual Bray Wyatt. They go face to face. Everybody, all the fans going crazy in Saudi Arabia, and then do
just the visual of him,
and then black out. They're just
don't ever do that again. Yeah, just the just the visual of him will be, startling. So
scary dude, but we are definitely gonna get some physicality, some violence, as two bulls, a beast and an almighty, will go at it in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel 2022, as it will be Brock Lesnar going one-on-one with Bobby Lashley to the rematch from Royal Rumble this year, where Bobby Lashley defeated Brock Lesnar to regain the WWE Championship, thanks in part to Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman betraying Brock Lesnar. But that match was more about Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns' feud, as this one has felt about these two from the very beginning, when Brock returned on the October 10th edition of Monday Night Raw in the Barclays Center and screwed Bobby Lashley out of the United States Championship, brutalizing him, giving him F5s, putting him in Kimura. Seth Rollins then defeating him for the U.S. title. Bobby Lashley has been looking for revenge ever since. Destroyed, bodied Brock Lesnar the following week. And then this past week on Monday Night Raw, we got another pull-apart brawl between these two men. And it just has that energy of a big fight feel. This feels more appropriate for the first time of Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar than even the Royal Rumble did. But who do you think is going to win this Saturday?
Brock Lesnar gets his win back. I am hyped for this, but I don't think it's going to go 10 minutes, honestly. I think Brock wins in convincing fashion, and Brock is the first one out of there. This is going to be the first match. Brock is on his private charter. He is gone. He's not even showering. He might go in his ring gear. He is out of there, Brock Lesnar.
I think you're right. I think Brock is like, he's dipping. He's dipping almost immediately. It's like, my match is over. I'm out. This is it. This is it. I'm gone, y'all. But yeah, I think he's not going to stay around long. But I do agree with you. Brock Lesnar will win this matchup. He will get his win back. And I think this is going to be a great match. I think that it's not going to go more than 10, 12 minutes. At best, we can expect 12 minutes, but this would probably be in its wheelhouse and be the most effective it could be if it's like 5 to 8 minutes long.
Right. The Brock Lesnar sprint.
Exactly. Big moves, no filler. All thriller, no filler from Brock matches. But I think we both agree Brock Lesnar gets the win there. We do got Nick Jackson, the Negro Buck, who says Barry Windham ? Definitely didn't hear that theory. Well, Barry Windham is the actual uncle of Bray Wyatt. So, and a lot, if you look at a picture of Barry Windham nowadays, and then look at Uncle Howdy looks like an Earth 2 evil version, like the Doctor Strange evil version of Barry Windham. So that's why people have kind of made the connection there.
They're putting the Windham family together to work together for the first time, all three of them.
Exactly. There you go.
I like it.
We also got Chilling with Chase, who says, "This is the only match I care about Saturday. Hope it is good." I think it will be. It will be definitely good. And
It's
he
not the
said,
only match I care about.
"No, no, not
Chase,
me, not
Chase
me."
being harsh.
Shay says, "Give me the same sprint Goldberg and Lesnar had in Orlando. That's still the best 5 minute match I've ever seen live.
Yes, it
Best
is.
5 minute match I've ever seen live." Frantic says Brock for the win, and we got Will Chisholm who says, "I think Brock wins," and they do. I guess Bobby, he says Bobby,
Bobby!
Bobby, Bobby versus Brock 3 at WrestleMania. Do you think they're gonna run this back? Would they run this back at
You'd
WrestleMania? It
have
wouldn't
to,
be
like,
out of the realm of possibility because they did run Brock and Roman ahead of WrestleMania at last year's Crown Jewel.
you'd have to do something different for Bobby Brock 3 that's not going to be Bobby Brock 2. Because I'd still see Brock winning the third one. So how are you going to separate? How are you going to make that any more special or different from what we're going to see Saturday? Yeah, I could see it being a possibility, like something in the Rumble where Bobby eliminates Brock in the Rumble and setting up the third match. You know, they could do that. But
Yeah,
maybe they have something else in line for Brock too. Don't put that past them.
yeah, I wouldn't mind Brock versus Gunther. That's what I'm here for. I'm here
Ooh.
for that. Hey, hell, pay off Sheamus for all his hard work. Give me Sheamus versus Brock, like
Yeah.
a big slugfest with Sheamus and Brock. I'm here for either one of those.
I kind of think after Saturday, I don't think we need to see Brock Bobby again. I think we just leave it at that.
Yeah,
They
I
both
need
won one.
I need to see the quality of this match. After the first match, I'm good with this second match. But if this second match is of the quality that we expected at Royal Rumble, maybe I want a third. Maybe. But speaking of what I said before, Sheamus, his Brawling Brutes, bro, are gonna be on the show as they'll be getting a shot at the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. The Brawling Brutes, Butch and Ridge Holland, going up against Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. I'm surprised the Usos are in Saudi Arabia. I thought when WWE's out of the country, they usually don't show up, but here they are. Here they are, ladies and gents. Well, basically, this comes down to these two teams went at it for the undisputed tag team titles a couple of weeks back, with the Usos getting the win. But it really kind of started a whole rivalry between the Brawling Brutes and the Bloodline 2 weeks ago. Solo Sikoa defeated Sheamus, and then after the match, the Usos, led by Jay Uso, the Bloodline, destroyed Sheamus's arm, Pillmanizing it, and now the Brawling Brutes are looking for revenge. They picked up a victory over Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa on last week's SmackDown to earn this opportunity. Is this the end of the Usos' reign, or does it continue?
Yeah, Sami Zayn doesn't make these trips to Saudi Arabia. So Jay Uso is going to be feeling very Usy. And the Usos got this. They're going to win it.
Yes, no Sami Zayn. That means the Usos. That means Jay's feeling very Usy. The best catchphrase in the business today, the Usy. But yeah, I conceded Romeo the best. I won't say this is the best feud because there's not really a feud within it, but the best storyline of 2022 is the Bloodline storyline. I conceded. I conceded
100%.
after that SmackDown, that Usi segment on SmackDown.
And it could probably only get better. There's still more to come. So
yes, I think that
just not on Saturday.
We did get the news this week that that Kevin Owens has the plan is for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to team to reunite from this Bloodline story, but it's been so good that's why Kevin Owens hasn't been on TV. They're delaying the eventual plan of Sami and KO reuniting.
And I'll give Triple H credit for that, for knowing when something is hot, not forcing stuff to finish your story. Write it a little bit, you know?
But I agree with you. The Usos retain here. We got Maggie here with us in the live chat. She says, "Nah, I don't need Walter losing to Brock." That's fair.
A small sacrifice to pay for the great match it'll provide.
To the greater good. Think about the greater
Yes.
good, Maggie. We got Chris who says Usos retain. We also got Bell who says, "Hi guys, the Usos to win, of course." We also got the Negro Buck who says Usos for the win. Should be a fun match though. Love Pete and Ridge has really grown on me. Yeah, Ridge has gotten better. He's around Sheamus and Pete Dunne. He's gonna get better.
You have to get better.
He's been feuding with the Imperium, so he's gonna get better working with those guys. A lot of people just going for the Usos here. Frantic Rose adamantly saying Usos is not taking a L. And we got Maggie who says, I demand an answer, SP3. Why didn't you and Steven have me for the South Park ranking episode? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Steven Jensen made it known we were going to be ranking South Park characters. So Maggie, I apologize. We need to get on this as far as our OC episode over on Fightful Overbook. But whenever we talk about South Park again, which we will, because there was a lot of characters that we weren't able to rank, weren't a part of that ranking. There's also the celebrity characters that we want to rank. We also want to rank certain episodes, do like a top 10 episode. So we're gonna connect, Maggie. Anytime we talk about South Park, I'm hitting you up immediately.
Kyle ranked way too high. He is trash.
I'm a Cartman Mark. Watch the ranking, and I ripped it apart. I was like, if there's any one of the main characters I wouldn't put in the GOATs, it would be Kyle. Kyle and Stan, really.
What is he the GOAT of? Complaining? Yeah.
Kyle and Stan, I used to love them when I was a kid, but as I grew up, I was like, Kenny and Cartman are so much better. Like, Kenny and Cartman are GOATs. Stan and Kyle, I can argue that they're just great characters. They got a lot of character depth. It's been 25 years. You're going to get character depth, so they're great characters, but they're not the GOATs of South Park.
I like how this Crown Jewel preview
has swelled into a South Park
analysis.
I love it. It's because of Maggie. Blame Maggie, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, blame Maggie. We even got Chase in the Ninja episode of South Park. Still my favorite of all time. We got Nick Jackson saying Chef is the real GOAT. He's a great character, not a GOAT. Not how he ended his run on the show. But let's get back into Crown Jewel here. We just did the Undisputed Tag Team title match. Now let's do the Battle of the Monster versus the Giant Romeo, as it's going to be Braun Strowman of SmackDown going one-on-one with the Nigerian Giant Omos of Monday Night Raw. These two men were circling one another until Omos and MVP showed up on SmackDown, made the challenge to Braun Strowman. We've just had kind of minor segments and promos back and forth. Nothing really for me to discuss here other than who do you think's going to win, Romeo?
I think Braun should win, but I kind of think there's not even a finish. I kind of think there's just mass destruction or something of that sort, and you don't get a winner.
I think that Braun Strowman wins. I can see them doing that as well, especially with Survivor Series right around the corner. It seems like this is just a good way to kind of go to the next show. But one thing we have noticed with Triple H Premium Live events, he has nothing but clean finishes. He learned that much from losing to Tony Khan in the Monday and the Wednesday Night Wars. He was like, we got to get clean finishes. Can't do all this stuff to create a rematch. Got to do clean finishes. So I think we're going to get a clean finish. And I think Braun Strowman wins. They're going to keep Braun Strowman hot because, honestly, him and I can't even say Karrion Kross. We'll get to him. But probably him. He's been the best booked of the recently returned talent. I would say him and Johnny Gargano have been the best booked.
Yeah, well, I can't say any of the women.
Well, there you go. There we go. And speaking of which, that's a good transition. So you're going with no contest for Braun and Omos, right?
For here, yeah. In our prediction contest, I'll probably pick Braun.
I was gonna say. I was like, are you gonna change your pick when we get to the predictions? But let's get into the women, which I'm just warning everybody, we're going to talk a little bit more than just the match, because just this happening in general just annoys me, as we're going to have Asuka and Alexa Bliss defending the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships against Damage Control's Io Sky and Dakota Kai. These two teams went at it in the WWE Women's Tag Team Tournament, with Damage Control getting the victory to move on to the finals. They then lost in the finals to Aaliyah and Raquel. 13 days later, they defeated them to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Asuka and Alexa Bliss were taken out by Damage Control during their feud with Asuka, and Bianca Belair. And then Asuka and Alexa Bliss, after a month away, returned on Monday Night Raw this week, challenged Damage Control for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, and won. So 48 days after winning the gold, Damage Control dropped them, and we got the automatic rematch in a company that says automatic rematches don't exist. We have an automatic rematch in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel. The good about this, I think these ladies will have a good match. They've had nothing but good matches in their 2 previous bouts against one another. I'm very happy that we have a second women's match on this card in general. That's always a good thing. Remember the days when we had no women's cards on these Crown Jewel events, so at least we've come that far. And like I said, I like everyone in this match. But the booking of Damage Control, man, Triple H
It's damaged.
Triple H was like, everybody said Triple H is giving us some quality television and is doing it better than Tony Khan. One thing that he's doing just like Tony Khan, he's trying to outdo Tony Khan in badly booking the women, because we had the issue of Liv Morgan going into the Extreme Rules that he somewhat solved by taking the title off of her and, putting it on Ronda and then rehabbing her character without the title. It's been good the last couple of weeks. So he solved that problem, but he created a whole new problem for himself, because after you didn't let Damage Control win the tag team title tournament, you needed to book them perfectly from there. And he hasn't. Bayley not only lost at Extreme Rules, she got dominated in a 3-on-1 circumstances against Bianca Belair. She could have just won. She could have just lost 1-on-1 if she was going to lose. She didn't need Dakota and Io to look bad with her. And then you turn around, and before Crown Jewel, when supposedly Crown Jewel is supposed to be the site of where you're supposed to rehab Damage Control, where you think Bayley is going to win the Raw Women's Championship, he turns around 5 days before, and has them lose the tag team titles. So,
unadvertised, right?
Unadvertised beforehand. So,
and it showed that rating. I know it's Halloween, but that rating wasn't good.
It was not good, and it could have been worse because the World Series got canceled. It got delayed because of the rain. But Romeo, what have you thought about this Damage Control booking, and who do you think wins the women's tag team titles? Who walks out with the gold on Saturday?
It's so funny. The irony, this group is called Damage Control, and Triple H has to control all the damage he has done to this damn group. What is going on, Triple H? Do you just not like them? What is going on? This is awful. This is bad. And now this is going to turn into hot potato, which you never want that with your titles. Yeah, I don't like it. I think Damage Control deserves much better. It's real simple. Just have, Io and Dakota just dominates. And Bayley, Bayley's been losing some, but you could rehab her with a win this Saturday. But mostly Dakota and Io, who needed more because they're the new faces, and they just don't look like they belong now. But I'm gonna go. I can't go with another switch because then that would make this even worse. Asuka and Alexa better win. They have to win. If Io and Dakota win on Saturday, that doesn't repair them right away. They still look weak for what happened Monday. They still look weak. So you might as well just keep going what you're going with right now, I guess.
I mean, it's so bad. It's at this point where he's done so much damage to Damage Control. He's really put the damage in Damage Control. And I was one of the people that wasn't convinced that Bayley winning on this show would even rehab her. I think they could have just had Bayley lose 1-on-1 at Extreme Rules. I think they killed this group dead at Extreme Rules. They have just done nothing but pour dirt on the bodies since then with that loss on Monday. But that's just me. I'm just a person just watching the show and critiquing it. But Triple H has done badly by Damage Control, in my opinion.
My opinion,
we do have to mention Ace bringing it up. Did y'all know that Asuka is the only woman to hold the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships with 3 different partners? That is correct. She is a 4-time women's champion, twice with Kairi Sane, once with Charlotte Flair, and now with Alexa Bliss. So.
I don't know if
I
that's good or bad.
I think I like this is gonna probably be the hardest match for me to predict because it's just like no, they shouldn't.
Either way, you're frustrated.
Oscar and Alexa Bliss should probably just retain these titles. But I literally, once the match was made on Monday, I was calling for Oscar and Alexa Bliss to win because I was like, I think they know Damage Control. They done too much damage to Damage Control, so I think they're gonna drop the titles, and I think that Oscar and Alexa will probably be transitional champions for more than likely either Damage Control regaining the gold and them saying, oh, they're starting anew because everybody's got the gold in the group, or you put the titles on Ronda and Shayna. Ronnie 2 belts. That's what I think they should do. So I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to go with that one and say Asuka and Alexa win here.
Sure. I like your Ronda Shayna idea.
Yes, that's what I've been calling this on SmackDown for months. We got Will Chesum who says, SP3, don't talk bad about Kyle. We got enough black guys talking slick about Jewish people. I love the Jews. I'm cool with the Jews. We all good in the hood. I've been to a bar mitzvah. I've been to a bat mitzvah. So I'm cool in the hood. I'm just saying, Kyle, he's not me. He is not the coon. He is not Cartman.
This is just a smooth transition for me to say the Brooklyn Nets suck.
We're just all over the place on this preview. Negro Buck says, this match, talking about Braun and Omos, I believe, or this match, the tag team titles.
This
could
one.
be that.
It was this one.
Could be that. Chase saying these tag belts are cursed. I'm just saying, where are all these people that told me that Triple H loved tag team wrestling? Because I'm sorry to let everybody know, neither the men's or the women's tag titles is in good shape. Like, yeah, the men's tag titles are the part of the best storyline with the bloodline, but he hasn't exactly been building up tag teams to go against the Usos. Hit Row just felt like a bunch of guys that's been on the roster for years. Brawl and Bruce are coming off a loss against the Usos going into their title shot. Imperium hasn't been on enough as a tag team, as a duo themselves. Legado del Fantasma, they already lost last week. Like,
and listen, as far as the women's belts go, it's not by much, but I look at Kaden and Katana and NXT more favorably than what's going on with these main roster women's tag teams.
I was, you know what I thought of last night watching NXT? I was like, why didn't Triple H just look at how Shawn booked Toxic Attraction with Damage Control? Like, that's how you book a heel female faction. They win, they cut promos saying they're gonna win, and then they just win. And then you can have babyface, you build up babyface to go against the heel group. Like, nothing about this has worked. I've even heard people that think that it's not even the booking. They just think that these three women are so different. Wherein, like, based on the booking and that fact that they haven't really gave us a reason of why they're together. They haven't told the story of why they're together as a trio. It just feels like WWE blew their load on 3 returns and didn't know what to do with them when they put them together.
Shawn outbooking Hunter.
Sad. You getting outbooked by the Hickenbottom. We got Smart Psychology podcast saying this match is so pointless, and if all of Damage Control don't win their matches, it will damage them. We're at the point of no more damage.
I guess that's the gimmick. The name's a shoot.
Name's a shoot, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're learning here. Rhonda said, "Fuck this show." I don't blame her. Chasey says Triple H features the women a lot, but this is some fast food type booking he is doing. No, there's some weeks that he only has one women's match on a 3-hour show. So I wouldn't even say he features them a lot. He features them more than Vince, which is like it's like the bum that opens the door for McDonald's is making more money than the bum that's sleeping on the street. They're still bums. Just saying. Frantic World says the booking of the WWE Women's Division makes no sense. Yeah, Yeah. We got Bell who says Bianca is female John Cena. Didn't we go over this already? Bell, I've been preaching on this mountaintop for a while now that I'm okay with the John Cena type booking of Bianca, but I don't understand why it has to be at the detriment of Damage Control. We got
but I'm not even talking about Bianca when it comes to this tag team feud, you know?
True.
She's not, that's separate.
Also true. We got Chasey says it's just not good. It's there, but he could have had Damage Control be this dominant force. He brought back Kai and Sky, and it just has been business as usual. Yeah. Yo, Negro Buck said it best. Tony Khan would be proud of this woman's booking.
Yes, someone else fucking up.
He's like, yeah, that's how I would book them too. Queen Moan saying, I love how I start watching and SP3 is doing my favorite thing he does, ranting about Damage Control. I told ya, Queen Mo, you watch Believe, and you know I said it before. I have the Damage Control stand, and I'm gonna be ranting about him until Hunter. No, he's not even Hunter anymore to me. He's John Paul Lafitte. Until John Paul Lafitte terrorizing himself does better by them, I will still
this is terrorizing.
He is terrorizing my poor girls. My poor girls do better.
So is this premium live event. It's also terrorizing.
He says, yes, we went over that. Yeah. Just put both women's tag team championships together for once. I don't even think they should do that because that means Triple H would be booking both of them. I'm good.
Then NXT will get involved in this mess.
No. Sean's been doing good. Let him do his thing. We got Brett here live with us. He's here saying hello, SP3 and Romeo. How are you both? Have missed you guys. Missed you too, Brett.
Brett.
We love your loyalty to the Pauls. We got Skitty who says Asuka in tag team purgatory like Cesaro. Yo, she has become the female Cesaro.
We're doing Damage Control with Asuka now too. Damn.
Damage Control with Asuka. There you go. We got Brett's talking about his Logan. He's saying Logan has done a great deal in Saudi already for his energy drink with KSI and has put into his deal.
If Logan Paul really wants to impress me, with as much as you hype him up, Brett Thomas, about how this guy is like the second coming of Jesus, he needs to personally prevent this terrorist attack from going down. Then I'll give Logan Paul all his props. Logan Paul could do anything. Let's see him do this.
Exactly. Let's see if he can do this. But yes, I think that's all the comments to feature. We got Brandon who says so much potential with Damage Control, it hurts. Like I'm gonna go back and watch that SummerSlam roundtable review and see how happy I was when Damage Control debuted and see where I've come to on
one of the best parts of the show. Everyone was hyped.
I don't know how you ruined that. But let's talk about the next match on this show. Steel cage match, Romeo, is going to be Drew McIntyre going one-on-one with Karrion Kross. These two men went at it at Extreme Rules in a strap match, with Karrion Kross getting the victory thanks to Scarlett with pepper spray. The following SmackDown, Drew McIntyre, I guess drove a car into Karrion Kross's car. Like, that's how it came across, and then attacked him in the parking lot. After that, he challenged them to a steel cage match, with Karrion Kross accepting after choking out Madcap Moss on last week's SmackDown. Who wins this match, and are you still interested in this feud?
The only reason I'm interested is because I'm a Karrion Kross fan, so. But taking that away, taking the bias out, no, not really. This kind of sucks for Kross because he should have just got his one win and it should have been over with and you move on. But no, I think Drew's getting his win back here. Might be a trilogy. SP3.
Oh, God, what are they gonna do for a third match after a strap match and a steel cage match? Just have a regular match?
Going backwards.
We're gonna work this feud backwards, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do that. They can't do it. Well, they just did a last man standing match at SummerSlam, so they've kind of been running through a lot of their main stipulation matches that they would usually do.
Maybe they are, because I don't know what's going to go on in Survivor Series with this. Maybe they're opposite teams.
Yeah,
It was a
maybe
regular Survivor Series rules match, not a War Games match.
you do Team Cross versus Team
Teams,
McIntyre.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
something like that. That might be the move. Another possible Survivor Series option or even War Games option is coming out of the next match that we're going to discuss. Oh, by the way, in the steel cage match, I'm going with Kross. I'm going to hope that they're just going to put over Kross for now. I don't know if I'll do that in the predictions, but we'll see. But yes, this match should probably be going into a Survivor Series match for the next pay-per-view, but let's talk about what's going down at Crown Jewel on Saturday, as it's going to be a 6-man tag team matchup as AJ Styles teams with the big LG Doc Gallows and the Machine Gun Carl Anderson. The OC reunited versus the main stable on Monday Night Raw, the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio. And of course, Rhea Ripley will be in their corner on the October 10th edition of Raw. Gallows and Anderson made their return to WWE to reunite the OC with AJ Styles after weeks and weeks of Judgment Day making AJ's life a living hell. He brought back up, but since then, the Judgment Day has pretty much dominated the OC in large part due to the X Factor, the difference maker, Rhea Ripley. And we've been getting teases from the OC that they're going to get someone to neutralize Rhea this Saturday at Crown Jewel. So who do you think is going to be the neutralizer for the OC? And who do you think wins?
Could it be Beth Phoenix?
I was thinking that's the one that makes the most sense.
I think the OC does win, and yeah, I think it's Beth Phoenix. Do you have any other ideas?
If they're going to take someone who's currently on the roster, I would think someone like Raquel Rodriguez, because they have that built-in history with one another. If it's going to be someone returning, as far as the names that we've been hearing that might be on their way back to WWE, someone like Tegan Nox, I could see being like a babyface neutralizer for them, even though I don't believe her as a neutralizer for Rhea. Yeah, I don't believe her as a neutralizer for Rhea, but
take out both her knees.
You can take a babyface neutralizer. It could be Tegan Nox. So yeah, those are the ones, but Beth Phoenix makes the most sense. Definitely.
Yeah. It just doesn't fit with the OC though.
No.
So that's my thinking. Like, who would fit with the OC?
We got Nick Jackson who's saying Amber Gallows.
She'll get her ass kicked too.
Exactly. She was never very good. She was never very good. There's a reason why you don't hear about her wrestling anymore.
Did you pick the OC to win? What you got?
Yeah, I gotta go with the OC because
you're talking too much, man. Like, you got somebody in the corner to neutralize Rhea. Like, you better follow through on that.
One. Are we supposed to take the OC seriously if they don't win here? Like they did not even give them a honeymoon period after returning. They just been beat up by the Judgment Day, so they kind of need to win here, even though that would kind of be kind of a halting of the momentum for Judgment Day, though. This is another difficult one. This is another difficult one to call.
Dominic taking the pin?
Yeah, definitely Dominic. Definitely Dominic. Has to be Dominic always. We got Maggie says Carl Anderson in drag. That's actually likely.
Listen, I already know Carl Anderson can't be two places at once on Saturday. Now he's gonna be in the ring and then outside the ring too. That's crazy.
I see what you did there. New Japan got no balls. They said they were going to strip Carl Anderson and just replace this.
Yeah, New Japan is looking awful. Like, if that's a storyline, it's a bad one.
Dude, me and News, when we talked to each other, when we saw each other the other week, we were just like, why didn't they just put the title on Tanahashi? Like, if they knew since August. They knew since August that Machine Gun was going to go back to WWE. Why did you not take the title off of him when he versed Tanahashi?
He knows he can walk all over New Japan if this is like a shoot. They'll still cater to him.
So bad. Well, look at me. I have a good call here. Frantic World says Raquel Rodriguez has been teaming up with AJ on house shows.
First of all, that's weird. But second of all, I guess she would fit in the OC, I guess.
There you go.
She's a little, yeah. Isn't she on SmackDown?
Yeah. When does that
All right, well, fuck it.
stop them? Yeah, when does that stop them? The fuck?
We're gonna need a trade, folks.
Why y'all keep saying these people gonna be in two places at once? He says, she says Festus to save the OC. Y'all are funny. Y'all are outrageous. But let's talk about the next match. One of the matches that I think could main event this show, even though we know what the main event is going to be, but I wouldn't mind it either, as it's going to be Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's Championship against Bayley in a last woman standing match. These two women have been feuding ever since SummerSlam, when Bayley returned and formed Damage Control, taking out Becky Lynch, taking out Asuka and Alexa Bliss, but she has not been able to take out Bianca Belair, despite being the only woman to pin Bianca Belair twice in the past year, pinning Bianca Belair at Clash at the Castle in a 6-woman tag, and then pinning her 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw to earn this opportunity, thanks in large part to Nikki Cross. So, does Bayley, after losing in a 3-on-1 advantage at Extreme Rules in a ladder match, can she be the last woman standing and win the Raw Women's Championship? Or will Bianca Belair, who is the first woman to have a 200-day reign, first African-American woman, have to have a 200-day reign with a WWE Women's Championship? Can she continue her legendary run?
I would have been more open to picking Bayley here had Dakota and Io been booked more strongly, but they've been booked awfully. Like, even if you put the title on Bayley here, Damage Control is still in the mud, in the waters. Bianca Belair has been OP, overpowered, and once you hit 200 days, you might as well just go see 365 days. You might as well. You're that close. So let's go Bianca Belair. She's OP. She's got this.
We got ALW who says, if Bayley is ever going to take the title from Bianca, it has to be done now. I want Bianca to win. I mean, there's another one that's a pretty hard one to predict. Even though you said this card is predictable, there's hard ones because you could see logically both women winning here, where Bianca, continuing her long run with the Raw Women's Championship, and this kind of seems like a credibility building reign for her to kind of just say, I'm a main event star for this women's division, and I'm not going anywhere. That's what this reign feels like. So, of course,
because I'm losing all faith in anything Damage Control. Like, if this was a stock, I'd be selling.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care how low it is. Like, I'm losing all faith. That's why, to me, it's predictable.
I'm going to go with Bayley. This is the last time, Bayley. The last time. God, I'm probably gonna change my prediction when we get to the prediction championship, so I can hold on to my title. But for now, I'm gonna go with Bayley. Hopefully, they realize that they literally have to break up Damage Control if she doesn't win here.
That'd be some serious Damage Control. See what I did there?
I see what you did there. But yes, keep those comments going in the live chat. We got Chris who says Bayley wins the Raw Women's Championship.
I know Chris is like the #1 Bayley fan in the chat, so I'm not surprised.
We got Nick Jackson who says, because I still think that Rhea should be the one to dethrone Bianca, so he thinks Bianca's going to retain.
I agree, but Rhea's definitely getting caught up in that storyline, so she might be a ways away still from ever seeing Bianca.
I think there's a reason why they haven't gone back to that yet. I think they're going to do it maybe like Royal Rumble time or even WrestleMania, even though this is another option for WrestleMania, saying building up Bianca just to bow to our queen. Woo!
Oh, don't get me excited.
I think Bianca versus Charlotte is an option for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania.
Yeah, you got 2 WrestleMania worthy matches, I think. Bianca Rhea, Bianca Charlotte. Obviously, one is better than the other, but yeah.
No, Bianca Rhea would be great.
One is better, though.
Oh my God, you're ridiculous.
What's better than great?
Smart Psychology Podcast is if not Bayley, who else do you think should be the one to take the title off of Bianca? I would say, Rhea would be the one to kind of who would get something from beating Bianca at this point.
Rhea, Charlotte, Sasha Banks.
It could be
Don't
that. It
forget
could be
about
that.
me. Don't forget about her.
Turn around. Say Ace says SP3. Don't get your hopes up if it doesn't. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. To be fair.
Yeah, his
This
hopes aren't up.
this is an option for Bayley if she is able to win the Raw Women's Championship. That feels WrestleMania worthy as well. Is Bayley versus Becky Lynch?
Yes. Yeah, you could do that.
Could do
But
that.
if you're gonna do that, like, just put the other horsewoman in it too. Just can I have that match once in my life? Once on the main roster, at least.
We're
In
gonna
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 40 because every 10 since 20 has had a triple threat. 20 had the Benoit triple threat. 30 had the Bryan triple threat. 40 we need the four horsemen multi-woman match.
There you go. Nobody get pregnant. Nobody get pregnant, gals.
Relax. Keep those libidos. Talk to Andrade and Seth and I don't know who Bailey's with and the guy who makes the costumes for Sasha. Nick Jackson says, I like the idea of Bianca holding it till Mania and Rhea wins the Royal Rumble and wins the belt at Mania, putting that out into the universe. Could happen.
Okay.
Some good predictions. We're already talking about WrestleMania here when we haven't even talked about our final match on the Crown Jewel card, Romeo. Of course, it's the undisputed WWE Universal Championship up for grabs as Roman Reigns will defend against Logan Paul. Logan Paul made his debut in WWE at WrestleMania 38, teaming with The Miz to defeat Rey and Dominic Mysterio. Him and Miz's relationship fell out, so then he defeated The Miz at SummerSlam. And after those two matches in the WWE, after having Roman Reigns on his impulsive podcast, Logan Paul said he was going to step up to the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Roman Reigns, and made the challenge, Roman accepting, and now it goes down at Crown Jewel. A lot of the buildup has been talking about Logan Paul with the pins in his hand, having that knockout capability. Logan Paul talking about all he needs is one lucky punch. He got that lucky punch against Jey Uso, knocking him out 2 weeks ago. Jey has been trying to warn Roman ever since then. Paul Heyman has tried to warn Roman. Will you warn Roman, Romeo?
Say that 3 times fast.
I know. Warn Roman, Romeo. And do you think Logan Paul has a chance? And who do you think walks out with the 2 top titles, the undisputed WWE Universal Championship?
I was looking up Jake Paul, Logan Paul's brother, more popular brother, more talented brother. I was looking up his social media to see if he will be making the trip to Saudi Arabia, because if he does, that might have me thinking. A little outside interference. Paul brothers, no, but no, he's just dressed up as Avatar for Halloween. So maybe he's not making the trip. I guess those threats might make me think twice about making that trip. Roman Reigns, I mean, you saw him after that promo on Monday where he just cut that random promo just talking to the cameraman, and he's just so confident, so cocky. It's like, and he's right. Anyone you put him up against, they get smashed, they get stacked, they get pinned, they get beat, they get thrown to the side. And Logan Paul will impress. He will impress in the ring. I have faith in him to deliver a good match with Roman Reigns. I think it'll be fun. I think he'll have his moment where, maybe you think, but no. In the end, Roman Reigns wins. That's just the way of life right now.
Yes, death, taxes, and Roman Reigns retains the WWE Universal Championship on his way to versing The Rock at WrestleMania 39. So yes, I'm predicting.
And Cody Rhodes.
Or Cody Rhodes. So yes, I got Roman Reigns winning here. We got Alan Weinstein with a super chat donation. Thank you so much, ALW, who says, for the war chest, thank you, True Hill Heat, for all the great content. And we thank you, ALW, for always supporting what we do here and joining us for our Crown Jewel preview here. But yeah, I don't see a way how Logan Paul, or what direction they would go, even if they thought about Logan Paul winning the the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. But he seems like the perfect challenger for Roman at this point, especially at a Crown Jewel event. He's kind of the special attraction type of challenger that you usually see in Saudi Arabia. And I think that he showed in that match against the Miz, he can have a great match. He had arguably the in the top 3 best matches on that show. So I think that he's going to be able, especially getting the amount of time that usually a Roman Reigns main event matchup is going to get, like anywhere between 15-25 minutes. We're going to have a great match, and we can maybe even put this in the upper echelon of Roman Reigns title defenses.
Yeah.
All they have to do is make us believe once. They just have to make us believe once that Logan Paul has a chance.
I think they will. Roman's really good at those really near falls. I think Logan's going to impress. And I think there's a lot of people out there who still hate on Logan, still doubt him, still not impressed. Like, why is this guy on my TV? Blah 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 blah. But he's delivered in ring every single time. He's going to do it again. And then how much more often can you keep saying it? Yeah, he's part-time. But how much more times can you keep doubting him?
It's true. Brett is begging for us to listen to him. He says that there's no belts, Roman and Rock. Hear me out, please. Triple H told Logan that he can't have belts online, Rock and Roman. Here is why: because fans will know Rock's film schedule, and it means fans will predict it more with Roman. That does not make any type of sense.
I think most people are gonna think Roman beats The Rock anyways, even without belts. So
yeah, like Rock has literally said in interviews he just wants to go back to put Roman over. So what does it matter? That's the biggest match. What WWE always does is they put the title on the biggest match. Even they have gone against a lot of their past stuff, and I strongly doubt, unless you can send me at True Hill SP3 on Twitter or Facebook, whatever you want. If you could send me screenshots of the text messages, video, audio evidence of Triple H telling Logan Paul this, I'm not going to believe if this is just Logan Paul talking out his ass on a podcast.
Logan Paul's not wrestling for the World Championship next year's WrestleMania. They'll be wrestling Bad Bunny. They'll be taking their Twitter feud to the ring.
True. This dude came back and named one match out of the last 5 years that was a main event of WrestleMania that was non-title. Congratulations. That was just, supposed to be the Undertaker's retirement match. There was nothing special about that to not make it non-title. Okay, sure, buddy. I swear, I love when he's in the chat. Negro Buck says, "Give me
can't control the passion."
Cody versus Roman at Mania. The Rock match can happen without the belts. The match doesn't need it, and Roman is still most likely to win that match. I said the only way we're gonna get Cody versus Roman is if Roman's main event in both nights of WrestleMania, which I don't
right. And you do Cody Roman night 1, and that Cody gets his moment night 1. It's a great moment, and then you do Rock Roman night 2.
I can see that. But that is all for our WWE Crown Jewel preview. We've broke down the card. We talked about all the news. Of course, we will probably periodically update you on any news that we hear on any of the watch-alongs. Romeo, please let the people know where they can follow you on social media and when they'll see you back on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel or True Hill Heat Sports.
Follow me right here, True Hill Romeo, Twitter and Instagram. I'll be with you tonight for AEW Dynamite Watch Along, Elite Heat, the All Atlantic 3-way. We got Samoa Joe versus Brian Cage. What else we got? We got Mox and Lee Moriarty. Forgetting the other match. But yeah, join us for that. Oh, Jericho against a former ROH World Champion. Join us for that tonight.
And Joe versus Cage for the
I said that.
Oh, okay. I thought you
and Mondays and Tuesdays, Raw and NXT watch-alongs, as always. And tomorrow night on the True Hill Heat Sports, you can catch me watching football and baseball and all over that sports channel. All over. Sundays, Mondays, Saturdays. join us. Subscribe over there.
Indeed. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. Next time I'll be back here is tomorrow, 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, for AE Ramble, reviewing AEW Dynamite from tonight with Jimmy Macaram. So join us live for that. You could also follow us over on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at True Hill Heat. Patreon.com/True Hill Heat. We appreciate everyone for joining us. Show your further support if you have a little bit more on patreon.com/True Hill Heat. You get additional content as well as the True Hill Heat Prediction Championship and much more. Twitch.tv/True Hill Heat Wrestling. New episode of Dark Power is over there. We'll have a new episode coming up this week, as well as some video game content coming soon. And ProWrestlingTees.com/True Hills for your True Hill Heat merchandise. We want to thank everyone for joining us for our WWE Crown Jewel 2022 preview. Join us here live on Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Romeo will be here for our Crown Jewel watch along. Until tonight, for Elite Heat, for Romeo, it is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. This has been our WWE Crown Jewel 2022 preview. We are signing off until next time.